Mm, 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 mm. Pop it, drop it, pop it, drop it, pop it. Hey, hey, drop it, pop it, drop it, pop it. Hey, that's me kicking shit. Yeah, I got my feet up. I'm live. I'm back. What it do, y'all? It's your boy Cloak Unknown with another live stream this time. It's crazy, bro. I should have got on my Twitch grind. If I did, probably would have been in phase right now. Not even gonna hold you. Could have been in phase for real. Yeah. How can opportunities, man? Missed out. I missed out. Um, but man, I mean, I wanna just relinquish my anger on the Wizards, bro. I think it's the right thing to do. Cause like genuinely, like they actually just ruined they just waste like they actually wasted so much of people's time and money on them. It's actually sad, I mean, it took to the point of draft luck. The one time we ever get draft luck, um, to finally actually be a competitive team for once for a couple of years. We did make the playoffs. We went all the way semis, Easter Conference semis, and that's the best this team has had to offer since then. For the past 50 years, 70s, not 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, useless. I mean, we had Agent Zero, but it's just like well, I mean, what did we get out of him? I mean, we got some nice hoops and a gun allegations, so that was just freaking miserable. And then we had John Wall, which is why everybody in DC loves John Wall. No person in DC can ever diss John Wall, bro. John Wall was him, and you can't take that away from me. And it's not his fault. He didn't win a chip because it was the team's fault. Okay, if he was put in a really good position, that would have helped him um win in the playoffs. Wasn't going to be the Wizards because they just did not know how to build a team. And the team was ran by two people in the pretty much since the birth of not the birth, but the beginning of the century. Um we've stuck with two guys for 20 plus years, like 23 years to be exact. And for some reason, our owner is actually, brain dead. He has the IQ of a chicken nugget. He can't seem to compute thoughts that, like, hey, I mean, this has been going on 20 years and we've been nothing, so it's like, let's keep going. Like that was the mentality for 23 years. Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, we're in a new age now, but I mean, like, how can you not get mad at that, bro? Like, seriously, like, what a waste. Just what a waste of years when you could have just tried and tanked, bro. Instead, you wasted 20 plus years to keep just repairing a squad that wasn't good enough to begin with, and it's embarrassing. And then, Bradley Beal was clearly the final straw because you had the choice of trying to lead the way with a Bradley Beal, which again took us nowhere. The fact of the matter is, he was the most expensive player on your team. He's supposed to be the number one guy on the team and all this nonsense. And look where it got us, bro. Mid. Not just mid. We're not even playing. We're outside playing and not good enough for a championship. And it was embarrassing. Um I mean, this hoops that we're watching right now is still better. I still would much rather prefer this than Bradley Beal hoops. It was that bad because legit, like I'm not going into another season just expecting another year of mediocrity. That's the worst thing that could happen to you as a team. It's not being good. It's not being garbage. It's being mediocre because you're nothingness. You're blank space in the grand scheme of things in the NBA. At least if you're trash, you get a good draft pick. You may have a good draft pick, which in our current situation didn't really add well. But the good news is we do have a lot of draft picks. I mean, now we have how many first round picks we have now? We have seven since the new people came in, the new Dawkins and Winger. I mean, we who did we sign? We got Kulabali, we got Vucevic, we got um five last year with Sar, Bob Carrington, Keyshawn George, and then the two additions of like recently Dylan Jones and um, AJ Johnson. So we're building, and then now we got Trey Johnson, who may just be the best scorer on that whole spot. I'm hoping that we see a jump from Sar, but I doubt it. I think there's going to be a lot of inconsistencies from him. Um, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how this team will look next season. Really excited. I mean, Will Riley, um, and the other second rounder, I forgot his name, but I mean, I really have high hopes for what this team can bring to the table next season. I don't think we'll be a playing team. I think we'll once again just. I mean, look, we got some nice vets as well. Like our team is not totally in the dumps, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we have a good mix of veterans, we have a good mix of well, what you call it? Rookies and youth as well. And it's just like you know, I mean, we got to just be patient, man. Trust the process as it was said. It feels like I don't understand why Philly gets to have the whole trust the process thing, but when it comes to the Wizards, it's like fuck us. Like they don't care about us, bro. It's so well, what do you expect? It is the Wizards, but I mean, dang, like it's just like it's been 3 years now, and people just keep talking about the last 50 years, which is like understandable, but like, look, this time, like, if the rounds don't work this time, which it should, because we've been making really good deals, like we've been making some really really good deals. I mean, the Thunder deal we made, that was amazing. I mean, like taking their first round pick along with getting a second round pick and giving up a guy that they were just going to release later on. I mean, that's a big big win to say the least. But everybody just looks at the Wizards and sees them as, big goofballs. But the difference between the Thunder and the Wizards, we don't have a Paul George nor the star power to get a trade like Paul George. I mean, I think every team is looking at that trade and realizing that, super teams will never work. Super teams is just never going to work out. I mean, that era is dead, I mean, it was only the Warriors that did it super successfully and happened to work out for the best. And Yeah, we're never seeing that again. I mean, it started with the Miami Heat. They won a couple chips, and then the Warriors can't stepped in. They became the next big thing. I mean, crazy squad, bro. Crazy. Then they added KD, bro. They added KD to that. Like that's shocking stuff. But those rings still count for KD though. So we're not gonna play with KD like that. But um yeah, man. I mean, it's sad. It really sucks because I mean, I've been a fan my whole life, and it just feels like we're nothingness. We've had one good year where we might have had a shot, but there was no chance. We had no chance. Bro, what's wrong with my teeth? Like something feels off about it. I don't know. It's weird. It's throwing me off. But I mean, it's just damn, man. I really would just hope that I mean, Trey Johnson, first of all, I really like what I see from him, and he's gonna be down with the vibes. You know what I'm saying? This is a dude that's gonna be hooping. He's gonna be hooping. He's a hooper, like real hooper. But still, we still have a long way to go as a squad. Um, I'm hoping we get at least 30 wins next season. Sar, we already know who he is defensively. Let's see if he can finally fix the offensive game, man. I'm tired of him shooting unnecessary threes. I want him to score, man. Get in the paint, get down and dirty, get down and dirty. Um, yeah, I got my feet up. Hold on, I gotta do something. But yeah, man, I really want to go back into streaming, but like no one cares anymore. But yo, all right, let's talk about Commanders though. Okay, because real shit, like, man, I mean, first of all, man, I like they be creating new problems for us. It's wild. Um, Terry McLaurin situation, they haven't gotten a deal done with him. It's been kind of rough to say the least. I mean, it's just it's not like I'm afraid, but the lack of details has me worried. But again, I'm not afraid until the end of this month. I wouldn't really think about it. I'm not worried about it. Commanders are gonna do him right. They can't sell this. I mean, they can't sell him away. That's a lot of that would be very big pushback for Commanders fans if that was to be the case because they love this guy. I love this guy. I mean, he's the only player I have a jersey of. So it's just like this dude just does everything right, and he's a receiver one. Who wants to make the big bucks. So it's just like, but again, I mean, Terry's a very quiet person comparing to a lot of the other receivers in the league. So it's just like, it's not even just him as a receiver, but him as a player, him as a person, him as a captain, him as a leader, in his work ethic and his job and how he's handled these things and being a part of this god forsaken franchise at one point in his whole career damn near up until now where finally we're playing football that actually matters. And he's been there the whole way. He's been there through the name change. All three name changes. He's one of the few originals left, you know? He's one of the few original skins remaining. And you know, a lot of people are gonna miss him, man. A lot of people are gonna miss him if we lose him. But don't think that is the case. It's just like at the same time, we have to be smart with our resources, you know. It like I love Terry. Don't get me wrong. I want to see Terry. I want to see Terry play for us. We still have Fiji. Oops. But yeah, I mean, I really hope this season we can get that done by this month. We need to get it done by this month, next month, by July. We got to get it done by July, you know, training camp and all that. We can't have them missing that shit. Um, but Debo, bro, so much disrespect for Debo right now. It's scary. It's looking bad. No one is respecting him at all. I mean, they are just playing with his name like a fiddle. It's haunting to say the least. I mean, dude, like this dude was considered one of the best receivers in the league, best yard after catching. He still got it too. But last season was really rough. You know, I mean, a lot of it felt emotional. You know, that team was in a lot of turmoil. You know, he got pneumonia. The team was just in shambles all around with injuries. And then, you know, I mean, then you had the whole situation where he was tweeting that like no one's passing him the ball. Then they pass him the ball, he dropped the ball, he's beefing with his kicker, he's doing this and that. And you know, it kind of just turned him into the laughing stock of the league, you know. And you know, now he's on the Commanders, he's across the country, but you know, we've seen his size, we've seen his build, you know, and a lot of people are critiquing him for his build, and you know, they're just using it against him. We're not even just talking about media pundits. We're talking about former retired superstars. Like we're talking about dudes that been in the game. Like we got everybody just cooking him. It's unreal. I mean, he's really got to turn up this season, bro. Because the way they're talking crazy. They're talking crazy. Don't even get me started on them Eagles fans. But the Eagle players too. I mean, they talking crazy to him. Like he didn't own them just a couple of years back. Like man, he's really oh my god, yo, Debo, we gotta put BTA to these dudes, man. All of them. All of them. I mean, like everybody's disrespecting us, you know. I mean, look, the truth is though, the franchise, I mean, we shifted very differently from what we used to be. You know, I think we were a big shock to everybody. You know, the Commanders, I mean, they did great things. I'm just like, you know, there's a lot of talk about JD5 having a sophomore slump. And to that, I say you're wrong. First of all, you're only saying that because of what happened to CJ Stroud, which isn't even totally the case. Like, we're not even going to disrespect CJ Stroud's second season here. Because even though, you know, he did have a lot of rough spots, a lot of rough edges in his game, we have to understand O line, awful. Receivers, full of injuries. Defense, elite. I'm not gonna lie to you. OC, fired. A lot of situations that went ahead to recognize that, like, you know, this team was falling apart. They were not, they were just, it was just left and right. I mean, they lost Nico Collins, they lost Stephon Diggs, they lost Tank Dell, and they just gave away Tunzel, of course, to our guy and our guys. And then, you know, his offensive coordinator got fired, so he needs a new one. Not to mention, he was still capable of taking the team to the original playoff position that he just was in the divisional rounds. He got eliminated by the Ravens, but it's the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? The Ravens are always going to own up until the conference championship, you know. So it's just like, well, divisionals or conference, but whether it's the Ravens and the Bills, nobody really touches them. But you know, Texans still, it's not like he regressed, okay? But I mean, no, he did regress, but there's a lot of context needed before you just call it that. And you know, first of all, for me, when it comes to JD5, like we added more weapons. I mean, no, we didn't. We definitely added more O line weapons. That's for sure. For receiver though, I mean, Texans at the time they added in Stephon Diggs and he got hurt like right away. Nico Collins was that dude until he got hurt as well. Tank Dell, you know, he wasn't all that crazy, and then he gets injured. So it's just like, yeah, just just rough positions put in there. But you know, not to mention the one thing that JD5 does have over Stroud is his running ability. Um, I mean, Jay in terms of running, he is next to the Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson's of running. I would say Lamar is definitely the best runner. You know, he's much like damn near faster, and he's not damn near faster. He is faster, and he's much stronger. I mean, he can stiff arm, he can push players off. I mean, he can mess with anybody. I mean, JD, he's had his moments, but Lamar's just him. You know what I'm saying? Lamarvelous is how they say it. Um, but in terms of just passing though, like passing, he's really good at that as well. I'm hoping to see, well, we're probably gonna see some screen passes, but I'm hoping we'll see some more deep balls with Terry as Debo is gonna fill in that role of being that number two on the squad, and you know, not having Terry having to deal with two corners and a safety all on his head. So it's just like, you know, that like I feel like this trade opens so many more things for Terry because now Debo can finally be an actual threat at receiver too. I mean, Terry had like we have to recognize like Terry's never had like a real quarterback up until this point, and to be honest, he's never really had a real receiver too. I mean, the best one he's ever had was a rookie Jahan Dotson, who's a receiver three on the Eagles. So I'm just saying, like when your two best targets other than Terry is Zach Ertz and Noah Brown, like everybody's gonna go after you. I mean, no disrespect to Noah Brown, but he's just, you know, there's levels to this shit, you know, and there's a lot more receiver twos that are just better than Noah Brown. As simple as that. And Zach Ertz, great. He's not a bad player at all. Like I cannot disrespect Zach Ertz. He has been amazing, amazing. You know, I mean, he had one of his biggest seasons. That's the outlier that I want to give for Debo because if we can turn Zach Ertz's career around, I don't see why we can't turn Debo's around. I'm not saying he's going to have a 2021 type of year, but you know, he's going to have one of his better seasons on record. You know, and now he's with Cliff Kingsbury, who loves these kind of guys who can be pretty much versatile from the running game to the passing game to slants on the slot. You know, there's a lot more things he could do. JD, he's gonna figure out a way to get him the ball. His accuracy is top tier. You know, he's never really had a big issue with getting balls to players. I mean, it's gonna get crazy, man. Offensively, it's gonna be nice. And the moment Sam Cosmi comes into the scene, I mean, that's really our official team, and that is a crazy team. I mean, um, with Tunzel, with Cornerly, with Allegretti, with obviously what the hell? I just said his name. Sam Cosmi. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Him once he gets out of the ACL injuries, we're gonna be nice. We're gonna be nice. Defense. Now defense, there's big questions about the defense. I'll say that, you know, I'm worried about the D line. I don't think we've really added much of an upgrade to the D line, but you know, Javon Walker, he's being put up into place. Deron Payne, we're hearing stuff about him being a surprise, actually, which is it really a surprise when it's his contract year? It only seems like he comes out to freaking play for the contract and never for the actual team. So it's just like, I mean, hey, the more the barrier, you know what I'm saying at the end of the day. But either put him on a 1 year deal or don't resign because I'm not, I don't want a guy that's only going to play for a contract. Okay. I mean, I know we can't find anybody else like him, but at the same time, I don't want 1 year of one guy in a 4 year deal, because the last 2 seasons, he was nowhere to be seen at all. Um, Simple as that. I mean, he wasn't here this last season. We had one of the worst running defenses in the league. It's entirely unacceptable, and that's why we got rid of what was his freaking name? Oh, Dante Fowler. Yeah, 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 yeah. Dante Fowler. Fowler. Um, yeah, I mean, he was supposed to be like I thought he was gonna stay because he had like 10 sacks, but that's how bad his run defense was. I mean, you could see it in the freaking um Eagles game against Saquon. Like, bro, we don't even have to talk about Saquon getting through him. It's the freaking O line. He just falls down and trips over something, and he falls, and he's just completely useless. He's getting in the way of our own guys. Like, he's a detriment whenever there's a run coming in. So it's just like if you can't figure that out, then you may as well just get off the team. No disrespect. Same goes with De'Ami Brown. It sucks to lose De'Ami Brown because it felt like, he had a really strong playoff game, but that he was getting too much money. They were asking him way too much money. I mean, what did he get? Like $12 million. We're not paying $12 million for a guy that's been a receiver for literally his whole time being here. Um, but yeah, I mean, look, man. But for expectations this season, if I had realistic expectations for this season, I'm saying we get at least um divisional rounds. We should make the divisionals. I'm hoping we make the playoffs. I think we go 12-5 again. Because I mean, look, we have a tougher schedule. Um, the teams we're gonna face now, they know our game. They know what this team is. They know who the pros and the best players are. So they have more notes, they have more studying to do, but we do too. We are not a team to be played with anymore. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be part of that conversation, and we really have to turn up. Because man, a lot of eyes are on us, man. Real stuff. But yeah, man, I really hope the Commanders do it, bro. I mean, man, a Super Bowl. You know how crazy that'd be? A freaking Super Bowl, man. Whew. Oh, that'd be wild, bro. I mean, man, excuse me. Oh God. Yeah, no, if a Super Bowl, if we got a Super Bowl, I don't know. I don't know. We just gotta get through the Eagles, bro. Gotta get through the Eagles. And that's so hard. Like, how are we gonna do that, bro? Like, how are we gonna do that? It's unbelievable. I mean, they're actually just too good. They're too good of a franchise. Like, I mean, look, Jalen Hurts. The thing is, like, he's not even that great of a quarterback. Like, I'm tired of the Eagles fans acting like he is one of them ones. But I will say about Jalen Hurts is his intelligence is what makes him such a great QB. You know, I mean, look, in terms of like passing ability, it was just not it this season. I mean, I don't even think he was top 15 when it came to passing. But in terms of just knowing to make the right adjustments, calling out the defense, calling out certain players, calling out being a leader on that team, he's done an incredible job. You can't take that away from him and he's definitely part of that reason of winning a Super Bowl. But this does not mean he is a top five quarterback. All right. He is not with the Burrows. He's not with the Mahomes. He's not with the Lamars. He's not with the Josh Allens. Okay. I can't put him in there. That's just not fair. If you don't want to put JD in there, fine. That's fine. But you don't get Hurts doesn't get to go in there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like I'm trying to be objective here. Objectively, he is not a top. He's not with the upper echelon of quarterbacks. Despite this Super Bowl, I don't think he's up there. He's a great player, but don't get me wrong. Best running back in the league, one of the best receivers in the league, best receiver, one of the best receiver too in the league. Um, Best O line in the league. Defense, one of the best defensive tackles in the league. One of the best D lines. No. D lines, but linebackers, very good linebackers. They have really good linebackers, and they have a very good corner room who happen to be also rookies. So I'm just saying, like that team all around is just unbelievable in all sections. But when it came to quarterback, the thing is, like, you don't need a superstar quarterback if this guy can just let the players play. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you have the best of the best in damn near every position. And I don't want to hear how Jalen Hurts just elevates this franchise, like from everything from every portion of his job, which is not entirely the case. But I will say his decision making is what makes him definitely a better quarterback than others. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't think he's all that, respectfully. But yeah, next season. I mean, it sucks because we don't even get to face them till like week 16, and then we face them again in week 18. Um, we gotta beat them, man. We really do, bro. Because like like this was like it was the best. Honestly, it was the best season. I mean, look, this is amazing. Like we're actually like relevant. You know what I'm saying? We're actually relevant. We actually matter. We're a team that has a vision, a focus, and a chance at winning something, which previous previous regimes, administrations, ownership, all of them Garbage, absolutely horrific at their jobs. I mean, and it really starts from the owner. You know, people can talk about, oh, the owner doesn't play on the field, all that stuff, but bro, he real life pushed away anybody that would consider themselves playing for Washington because they knew that they were going to be in for just a shitty time. Okay, like we can talk about anything. We could talk about anything upon the team, and there's just some sort of negative to it. You know, it's shocking. Like the only thing that we could rely on is the remaining players that happen to join us, which majority of the time just miserable. We're miserable, you know. And I mean, clearly the Ron Rivera era was finally the final straw before Dan Snyder got deleted off the freaking thing. I mean, he's a fucking idiot, man. I mean, look, he retired, he left, he took the 6 billion, made $6 billion off of being a garbage human being. Like, it's incredible. Like how capitalism works, doesn't it? Right? It's wild. It's wild to me. But made 6 billion, did nothing but just shit on the franchise and still made a $6 billion profit. Mind you, he still got fined like 50 million because he's still a garbage human being, which feels like so much money, but in the grand scheme of things, that is nothing. um I mean, it's not nothing, at least it's something. I mean, there was what I mean, freaking Donald Sterling, he got like a $2 million fine. Like, he didn't even pay that shit. Like, he didn't even pay that shit. But um yeah, I'm pretty sure like he had to sign that to get that deal done. But what was I saying? Yeah, I mean, he was terrible. Um, all around. Bad to the fans, bad to Native Americans, bad to the team name, bad to the team, bad to the players, bad to the coaches, bad to the GMs, bad to the employees, bad to the cheerleaders, bad to everybody in every single aspect of the sport, not just the football team. The entire organization was just in a hellhole for 20 plus years because he was in charge. Okay, the stadium, garbage, toilet water falling down the seats, fences breaking down. Okay. They almost, like, we were 3 feet away from seeing a broken leg Jalen Hurts, bro. I'm not even joking with you. It was that close. Disgusting. It was disgusting. You know, the stadium, worst stadium in the league, one of the worst teams in the league. Like, players are miserable. You have players leaving and they're thinking, like, bro, you had players going to the Bears and talking about how they're finally away from a losing culture. To the Bears. It was freaking Clinton Dix, bro. Man, I love that name, bro. I wish he was still in the league just so I could keep saying that name. Clinton Dix. How is he doing? He's not playing no more. What the hell? Yeah. Yeah, he's not playing no more. But he used to play in Washington and then he went to freaking. Okay, yeah, he's not playing no more. But yeah, he went to the Bears and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm finally on a winning situation." Bruh. I mean, I don't blame you, but it's just like, damn, like this is just how the epitome of this franchise is. Like, we just, like, everybody, like anybody in the NFL league, like, they'll be somewhat informed of these franchises, and they just know that Washington is just miserable, and you can't win nothing, and you can't make a career out of it. Um, Not to mention you got to live in DC. I mean, DC's not that bad, but it's just like when you're on a losing franchise and you're DC. I mean, it's just ugh, you know. But there are some good moments. We've had some good, decent moments. I mean, obviously RG3. You know, Kirk Cousins had his time, but that's about it. Like, I mean, we still got Terry though. But like, bro, at some points, Tress Way was our best player. The punter was the best player. I would say for a number of years he was our best player. Like, when your biggest thing you can cling on about your franchise is your punter at one point, what can you say about your team, bro? What can you say? I mean, it's absolutely harrowing. Why is my vein popping out like that? I don't think that's my vein. I think it's just like my forehead. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, it's just like it was absolute misery. It was misery. what we witnessed with this franchise. We woke up every day watching and hoping, maybe there's some spurt. Like a lot of the times when I watched, we're never 2 games above 500. I don't think I've ever seen it until this season. We were always just near mediocrity, next to it or below it, but never above it. We're always above average at best, and it would fall apart. We were 7-5 at one point and missed the playoffs. Like that's how we would look majority of the time. Um, even in our last playoff year, 2020, 7-9. That's not even a playoff record. That was I'm pretty sure we had the lowest win total in NFL history making the playoffs. Which shout out to Taylor Heineke, damn near almost beat the Super Bowl champs. I mean, we had honestly the best shot at beating the Bucks, but having the best shot against the Super Bowl champs is the exact same thing we did last season. But at least it was in much better circumstances. But damn, I wish we had that 2020 defense. I think that would have really made a difference. That 2020 defense. Whew. I mean, it wasn't even the defense, bro. It was just the D line alone. That's how good they were at the time. Like 2020 Washington football team D line, unreal, man. They were out of this world levels of talent. They were so good, bro. Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, bro. All these, that was an elite. That was an elite line, bro. Top five at the time. And the very next season, I thought they were gonna be fire. Wait, was Chase Young? I mean, Chase Young was still rookie of the year, but he was on the 2020 team, right? Yeah, he was. Okay, so yeah, I mean, like, bro, we were amazing. We looked incredible. That looked so good. And now, I mean, we only have one guy left from there, which is Deron Payne, who is gone. I mean, he's just, in his contract year. Hopefully we see something nice from him, but I mean, it sucks that everybody else had to go. Um, I feel bad for Jonathan Allen. The fans could cook him and all they want, especially with the shit he said, about like, all this shit's bullshit, which he's not wrong. I mean, how can you go 7, 8 years and not do anything? Can't do nothing for the franchise. But at least hey, gave him that one year, gave him that one good year, and now he's on the Vikings. Now he can finally play for a team that just keeps on winning. Um, but hey, we're gonna win too. We're gonna start winning too. We're gonna be a franchise, and like now the big question is, um, definitely about the team and the new stadium. If that's ever gonna get built, I genuinely don't know. I mean, it's just like I mean, politics, man. That's politics for you, bro. We could have all these nice things, but just they don't want to do it. They don't want to. They don't want to lock in. They don't want to build or nothing. I mean, I feel like it'd be a great idea, but at the same time, I understand. You don't want to spend so much money on a football stadium that hurts the taxpayer. I'm not very much in support of taxpayers funding NFL stadiums for billionaires. You know, these guys are billionaires. They have the money. So why are we doing this for them? You know what I'm saying? Like we don't need to do that at all. But business is business. So they're gonna haggle. They're gonna do what they can to ring in and at least get something where they can benefit, but the government needs to do what they can to make sure that they can win as well. And I think they're just more worried about not following through, especially with the ownership and how they were able to handle the whole 76er stadium shit. And we have the same owner as him, so but I don't know. I mean, the NFL, like we got a lot to build upon though. So much. Like we got the stadium. We're gonna play in DC again. We're gonna not only that, but like it's not just gonna be football events. It's gonna be concerts. It's gonna be tours. Potentially the Super Bowl. Um, yeah, man. I mean, it's just like, well, what do you, what do you, what do you, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I have no words really. Um, Every time I wake up, yeah. Every time I wake up, is your girl not loyal? Bro, who is this? Oh. Okay, bro. Every time I wake up, every time I wake up, I gotta wake up. These hoes wanna wake up. But yeah, bro, Debo, look at my boy Debo, man. Look at him go. Look at him. Yeah, hell yeah, bro. That's him, bro. He's fast, bro. I got a message. Oh shit. It wasn't that funny. My bad. Bro, a do rag is more expensive than the real one. Like we gotta realize, bro, like 2K is actually evil. Like they're genuinely evil people. Like I don't know why people go out their way to support them. Look, I understand you want to play basketball games. I get it. Matter of fact, I'm downloading it right now, 2K25, but at least I'm getting it for free. Yeah, hell no. I'm not giving 2K money. I haven't given them money since 2K18, bro. I'm not joking with you. Why would I do that? It's horrible financial decisions. Um, real stuff. Like fuck 2K, bro. Fuck 2K. Like I don't know why people just do not have this energy. Like whatever energy that they have for 2K, it's not enough. It's genuinely not enough because you got to realize these people are worth a million, multi-millionaires are running this company and they run the game like shit every year. It's the same bullshit. They start adding in new shit that is supposed to distract you from the fact that the whole thing is bullshit, you know? And it's great for them because there's no competition. There's no competitors in their face. There's no one that they really need to worry about. There's always going to be games that pop out here and there, but they always defunct. They always die. Nobody cares about them. And you could blame the consumer on that at the end of the day. But at the same time, I mean, we got to blame the NBA because they're the ones who's signing exclusive deals with 2K and they get to bullshit whatever the fuck they want. They'll put in whatever they want and the NBA doesn't care because it makes them money. They don't know what this shit is, but they do and it gets them a bag. So it's like, hey, I'm gonna go rock with that. But us as people, we gotta find a way to boycott, bro. And the problem is the casual gamers, man. The casual gamers, they don't really think all too deep, you know. They probably don't even think they're ass or some shit. But a lot of people are, unhappy every year. They're never happy. I mean, it makes me start to question on whether people just like the game or not. But like, it's just so much bullshit that they just do that they don't want to fix, and it's miserable. It's miserable. I feel bad for the consumers, man, because you just want to play a good game. You want to play a good game. I mean, you remember back in the days, like anybody can make a good game. Like it could be 2K, it could be Sega, it could be EA, it could be freaking ESPN, anybody. And then it's just like now you can only rely on EA or 2K to give you the best games for sports, and that sucks. Like, look, man, people can like look for the gaming world. Like, I'm sorry, bro, but I like a lot of people don't give a fuck about shit that isn't guns or hoops. I mean, sports. Okay, like give me those good games. All right, I don't give a fuck about your fucking RPGs. I don't care about your one player story mode where I gotta pay 70 to play a fucking game that gives me 3 hours of enjoyment, and then I leave the game forever. I don't want to do that bullshit. I want an online game where I can play year round. That doesn't sound much better. It sounds way better. Saves way more money and a way more better time. Simple as that. You know, I mean, those dorks can keep arguing me about that shit. I'm not complaining about no non-shooting or sports games, but stop pushing it on to me, bro. If I'm not interested, I'm not interested. Um, but yeah, man, it's just like what are we gonna do, bro? I mean, look, EA, but again, it's EA. But EA is making a game. The most important factor in all of this is competition. We have no competition with 2K. You know, that is the sports game, the basketball game. That and WWE. I don't know how WWE fans about 2K, but I mean, it's just man, it's so ass. It's genuinely so garbage. Like it makes me so mad that this is the type of bullshit that we have to deal with when playing 2K, cuz it's just like, the game used to mean something and now it means nothing, and now it's just mindless consumerism. I think you're a mindless consumer, you know, and that's a diss. I'm using it as a diss because you really are. You're a mindless consumer, and we as the people need to do better than this, man. You want to get a better game? Stop giving me bullshit. Stop paying for bullshit. And you're gonna give them extra money, and for fucking what? Why? Just to continue to be miserable? Oh, Trey Johnson is in the gym. Wow, Trey Johnson, man. I'm excited for Trey Johnson. I think he's gonna be our JD5, man. He's gonna be a real good dude. Yeah. Me and you are meant to be. Oh my gosh. Shams. Shams. Wow. Man, SZA is beautiful, bro. Oh my goodness. I don't care where, but give me that. You know what I'm saying? She's fine, bro. But yeah, man, this shit stinks. This shit fucking sucks. G's in the crib. Why the fuck does she only reply to a freaking happy birthday post, but nothing else at all? It's like, where the homies at? Where the homies at? Where they at? Where they at? Where? God, but hey, I did do my homework. I got my research project done. I really like this shirt, but the back is fucked. I'm so sad. Like it's pretty fucked. Like it used to be like a printable, seeable shirt, and now it just looks like shit. Looks like absolute shit. I don't know. What do I want to do after work? I mean, I could eat some DCG. I want some chicken and gyro. Mm, mm. Yo, they gotta stop bullying my boy Osama son, man. Try not to laugh challenge. Try not to laugh challenge. Try not to laugh challenge.
Jackie.
Try. Um, what the hell? What is this whole post about Michael Jordan? Bro, why is this dude? Is he okay? Bro, I clicked on a Jackie Robinson video and it said and the first case is just talking about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan never had a case. Hold on, let me put this shit up. Michael Jordan never had a case to be the number one NBA player of all time. He never had a case to be the number one NBA shooting guard of all time. He never had a case to be the number one NBA player when he was in the NBA. A lots of NBA players are better than him. If you are going to rank NBA players, you shouldn't rank him that high. Lots of NBA players are more of an all around NBA player than him. Lots of NBA players could beat him in a one on one game. He's not a perfect NBA player. There's no such. Okay, he doesn't have the number one NBA NBA statistics of all time. He is not the number one NBA scorer of all time. He's not the number one defender of all time. He's the only overrated NBA only NBA overrated NBA Hall of Famer. He's the most overrated sports star of all time. And I could give you more examples of the ridiculous things that Michael Jordan fans bring up, but you get the point also. Michael Jordan fans have lots of takes where they are factually wrong. They are not consistent. They make things up. They assume things. They don't do enough research. They move the goalposts. They cherry pick things. Bro, there's no way you get this emotional over Michael Jordan. Anyway, they get really negative, and there are more examples of things that have to do with Michael Jordan fans, but you get the point also. Michael Jordan fans, the worst fans, flat earthers of the NBA world. Email now watch how most Michael Jordan fans will ignore all this, and they won't go on my program to show me how they're right on whatever they disagree on, and they will write something silly. No, that nigga got emotional, bro. Bro, what the hell? What is he on about? What does this got to do with Jackie Robinson?
Michael Jordan fans are the
Bro,
Michael Jordan.
8-minute video. You don't even bring up who you like. You know what? I'm just not even giving attention. Anyways. Sadly, I already seen the flight video, so I can't really do that. Wait, am I really live? Like, am I live? Oh, yes, I am. I'm just not even giving attention. Anyways, sadly, I already seen the flight video, so I can't really do that. Okay, let me not play the video. I mean, let me not, bro. I'm just yapping, bro. G's in the crib, G's in the crib, G's in the crib, G's in the crib, G's in the crib. Bro, I hope we get a new. We gotta get a new. We probably gotta get a new running back, bro. Oh shit! The NBA. Actually, I'm gonna go live when they